brief and nervous stand-up. Then they run off in opposite directions. So far. Until they met again somewhere. Maybe they have a meeting point. Chris, breaking news, just finished making 24 hot cross bunny biscuits. I'm preparing to start on hundreds of other cakes and treats. It's Easter baking frenzy, says John in Sussex. Did anybody watch Mr. Hollywood last night? Hollywood as we're calling him now. Was any good? Too good, I bet. Hey Chris, can I please shout out my breaking news? After 2 years of trying, I've finally been accepted to study midwifery, and I'm out of the business from back in Northampton. I wonder what effect Call the Midwife has had on people who want to do that, on applications to study midwifery. And also, what effect has it had on blokes willing to go down the business end? Any ideas? Hyper stuff breaking news, I just got back from honeymoon in time to run my first ever marathon. Last night I won the brand new Spark Award at our running club with my new husband Rick. What a year so far, says Claire in Liverpool. Breaking news, interview today, Chris. After dozens of tries, please can you get 10 million-ish people to proudly says Phil? Yes, we can. That's 20 million-ish. And there's a report in the paper today that apparently 4 out of 5 people do pray, even though that's lots more than admit to believing in God or going to church. I pray every single night. I prayed last night. I don't know who I prayed to. I think I prayed to the ceiling god. But I definitely did pray. Can't tell you what about. I actually don't know. Alright, 11 minutes past 8. Guests on the way. Can't move from in the next 20 minutes.
taxi.
Do what they do on the telly.
What the hell are you doing?
In the same order on the phone. So can you have
commuting,
the
right?
first phone,
Get out of the way.
second phone? That's all I can cover. Thank you.
Original British drama on BBC One.
My name is Bert Middleton. I'm the second oldest man in Cox.
Bloody JCB in the
My
space.
story.
I promised my father I'd be in the field at 3.
This is our farm. I will not let it go. All of life was in our village.
Potential right-thinking men must be on what is coming. War.
I want you to have your life. What am I if I can't give that to you? The Village, starring John Silver and Maxine Peake, starts Sunday night at 9 on BBC One and BBC One HD.
Alright, here's one of the stories of the day. It's right up there. As far as inspiration is concerned, it's the #1 story of the day. 17-year-old Nick Deloisio has made a phone app that's so brilliant it's been bought by Yahoo. It's called a Summly app. He's on the phone now. Good morning, Nick.
Hi.
Thanks so much for joining us. So you're 17 years old. Can you confirm that?
I can confirm that.
All right, Nick. You go to school in Wimbledon, and so tell us about this app. You actually invented it when you were 15. How long before that was it bubbling under the brain cells?
Yeah, so I've always been thinking about how we can better order information beyond Twitter, for example, and these other mediums. But it wasn't until after I revised these mock GCSEs that I realised that it really was a problem that students were facing. And if you could produce previews or summaries of content, it would help us all decide what we want to read.
All right, so you sort of preempted what it is then. So describe the app and what it does.
Sure, so Summly is an iPhone app, a summarization technology that can take any news article or long-form piece of content like Wikipedia and automatically condense it into like a paragraph of text. And that paragraph is really easy to digest when you're on a phone and you just want to get a gist of what's happening in the world. Skim through 50 summaries or so.
So how does it work? How does it do that? How does it distill this information?
So the algorithm, which we work with Stanford University to develop, looks at the text and analyzes it from like a mathematical
Slow ride this morning.
Positions,
Because of a taxi.
phrases and relationships.
Come on, man.
Title and certain sentences, the frequency of keywords, and then it begins
20
to
miles an hour
rank the
slower than
sentences
normal here.
and produces this paragraph of text.
Are you really 17?
Yeah, no.
So you came with it when you were 15. What's before that, what were you doing? How did you come up with the idea first and then get other people to figure out how you might create such a device? Or do you have that knowledge anyhow? And where did it come from if you do?
I self-taught myself some programming stuff since I was 12, just programming language and how to do iPhone apps. So I was able to knock together a prototype of Summly in August of 2011, and then we're very fortunate to have had the Hong Kong billionaire Li Ka-shing reach out to invest, and that kind of kick-started the whole process.
Right, and then it was for sale in the shops. So how did Yahoo come into the story?
So we launched publicly in November last year, and about a month later we began talking to a few companies and advisors, and we're fortunate enough to begin talking with Yahoo. And the exciting thing with Yahoo is, under Marissa Meyer's new leadership, they have an amazing opportunity to become basically the forefront of mobile apps in the world. So we began talking and quickly realized that Yahoo would be the best home for something going forward.
So in many ways you're a victim of your own first impressions. What's next?
I'm going to be working at Yahoo for the foreseeable future to do what I can to integrate something technology, and then I'd love to create other companies one day, and hopefully we'll be able to.
Alright, and Nick, this figure of £20 million being talked about, I'm not going to ask you whether that's correct or that's absolutely your business, but what I will ask you is whatever figure it was, how did you negotiate that? Did you do it yourself or did you want your dad help you?
What's up with you? You're in a 4x4.
Well, I tried to do it myself, my dad gave me advice, and also I'm the chairman of the company, who's kind of like an internet executive.
30 miles an hour.
He came and helped
What
me.
the hell's going on?
And helping us go through the whole negotiation process.
But it's safe to say you're happy with what you got.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a really fun time at Yahoo.
I'm sure it is. And you're also quoted in the paper today as saying, you've had your own a couple of purchases. You've got a new pair of trainers, you've got a new laptop, and you've got your own shoulder bag.
Yeah. Well, the shoulder but it was just because my other one broke, so it wasn't so much of a deal. But I'm going to, like, in terms of the money and everything, I'm going to be working with my parents and putting it into the trust fund and stuff, so just thankful for everyone.
Okay, well listen, you've got a busy day ahead, I'm sure. Well done, congratulations, it's great to talk to you.
I'm sorry that it's such a slow drive in this morning.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's not good, I need to get into that office.
Wow. I play records for a living, what do you do?
So there's a fair bit of snow up here yesterday. It looks like there's still some in the road. Look at these people. On the wrong side of the road. There's some snow here. Get through there. Still on the wrong side of the road. That's it, BMW driver. Show them what it's all about. There we go, over the ridge. This is the normal way to work, by the way, folks. More snow. Brake, 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 brake. Over there.
Lucio, 17 years old, sold his app to Yahoo for reported £20 million. Talking about money, let's talk about Greece again, Cyprus again, the Cypriot bank situation. Cypriot banks now, some of them, that's in the southern, is it southern or the
wrong side of the road?
Anyway, wherever it is in Cyprus, the bank's closed. They've now been closed for 12 days. It's been announced this morning they will remain closed until Thursday to prevent a run on the banks. That is the reason it's been given every single day as why they keep delaying opening these banks in question. So they want to run the banks. The latest thing is to keep them closed till Thursday now. Has anybody told the people making the decisions that it's then bank holiday weekend? So all these people have one day to get some money out of the banks before they close for another 4 days. Is that the best way to prevent a run of the banks? Open them for 1 day in between a 14-day closure and a second 4-day closure. That's the opposite thing you need to do, isn't it?
I don't think they're going to let people do any transfers or take out too much money.
Have you heard this?
road's resurfacing. This was closed yesterday, so let's go the long way round.
I'm going to start with that first of all, because that makes it easy for most stupid brain. Tell us about PJ Duncan, and let's get ready to rumble. First time round, so 19 years ago. Tell us about that, if you can remember. How did it come about?
It came about, it was a chat written by a guy called Nicky Gray, who was the producer. And we recorded it, never really thought anything much about it. And then that was the one song that it got to number 9 in the charts. And then it did alright, but that's the one song everybody still to this day is on about. And it kind of changed everything for us. It was a load of fun, but it was just a bit of fun, and that was what it was. I never thought we'd be performing 19 years later.
You're like the Rolling Stones all of a sudden. Dave, tell us about the meeting, right, the ITV meeting you had, the Saturday Night Takeaway ITV meeting, where somebody, you or somebody else, came up with the idea, let's do it again, and tell us your initial reaction and how long it took to persuade you, if you needed persuading, that actually this might be a good idea.
Well, what happened was we had the thing on Saturday Night Takeaway at the end of the show where we do something, a bit of a performance at the end of the show to finish it off on a bit of a high. And we were looking for a performance for this week. We were trying to think of something. And on a totally separate conversation, we were talking about the big reunion and how big fans we were of that, and all the bands get back together, and how intriguing it is. And somebody said, oh, we should get them all off the show to do performances with you guys on PJ and Duncan at the end of it. And we all laughed like, oh yeah, that would be hilarious. And then kind of didn't think anything of it. And no, we're serious. How about it? We went, no, okay, then. That's really fun. That would be fun. But never mention that it would leak to anything. Never think of that. People would not go, kind of record, and then I thought that would happen. People was just kind of bit of fun. And I'm 20 past 8 on Saturday night. The whole thing was just finished there, and everybody would get on with their lives.
No, that didn't happen. You brought the world to a halt stop. And I'm going to ask you this, Chris. Please don't take this the wrong way. I beg you not to take this the wrong way.
I don't get the question when you started like that.
Because at the end of the routine, which was blistering and explosive and shockingly good, you did look the most tired. So tell us about the rehearsal that took place.
On a Thursday, on the production tour, I said, how many days rehearsal do you want? We said, look, we've performed this song many times in the past. We don't need that much rehearsal. So we kind of thought we would just wing it a bit. But then, as it got closer to the show, and we'd seen the other bands before, we thought,
What am I now? What the hell's going on?
So we did a little bit more rehearsal, and we got a bit tight on the dance track. But I have to say, my body was aching from head to toe the next day. One of the things we do, it's usually in 1994.
Did you warm up beforehand? Right, Jake, how did you feel afterwards?
I didn't feel too bad. I wasn't too icky. I just it got my lungs going wrong.
Did it? Now, what was the atmosphere like after this? Were you on some kind of high? Was there a genuine buzz after the programme?
People on the roads don't work this time of morning, shouldn't be allowed.
Good. So, Ant, what happens next? Come on, first of all, what's happening today? What are the plans for this weekend? You've got to follow this up. You can't just brush this all under the carpet.
People are still buying the single and buying the track, so we've been decided any mind up me being kind of, we're going to give it a try, like, because we're here.
What's that?
I think that's the best way for us to deal with that. And if it carries on, you never know, we might have to do it again at some stage. I'd rather not, if I'm honest with you. But of course, I'm thinking, look at the next continue. Yeah, we've got another show Saturday.
towards Junction 6, Spaghetti Junction. Only accident to blame for that one. Still dealing with the accident on the M1 southbound at Junction 11 Luton, one lane out. Trouble in South London, the Chessington area. Hook Road, the A243, close southbound at Homewood Road. Queues are back to the A3, Kingston bypass, that's in lane for a court. Travelling to the M4 at Junction 13. I've got reports of an accident on the A34 southbound after East Ilsley and Cornwall. A39 closed both ways. Up to 3 vehicles involved in an accident between Deveron and Penryn. Thanks to Paul for his call back in more than 20 minutes.
Alright, what's over here then?
Welcome to Northampton.
After the news with Warwick, we'll be rumbling. No doubt about that. 8:31 now, here's the headlines.
Prospective nurses will have to undergo more practical training in future in response to the scandal at Stafford Hospital. The government says they'll have to work as healthcare assistants for up to a year, providing basic care such as feeding and washing patients. Helicopter search and rescue operations in the UK are to be taken over by an American firm from 2015. The 10-year contract, confirmed by the government this morning, replaces the RAF and the Royal Navy after 70 years. The Department for Transport has opened the bidding for the East Coast Main Line, which links Edinburgh and London. It's been in public hands since 2009. It's also been announced that Virgin have been granted a 2-year extension on the West Coast Main Line franchise. They'll run it till 2017. Police are investigating the death of a 3-year-old girl whose pushchair was reportedly blown into the path of a van. The driver was arrested and released on bail following the accident in South London yesterday morning. Today's weather forecast, mainly cloudy with some brighter spells and further scattered sleet and snow showers. There's the BBC headlines, our next news at 9 o'clock.
Here we go.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Well, gets a bit boring from here for the next 10 minutes before the office, so I think I might have to stop the video.
This aren't we? 19 years old from the original, kids of 18 years, 19 years, 20 years even, adults and younger have no idea idea about this first time round. They're saying, well, what is this? Who are PJ and Duggan? Well, you're talking about Decker on the telly. No, they're TV presenters. No, this is what they did once. And they did it even better a few days ago. It was incredible. If you still haven't seen it, go and watch it. Apparently you can't watch it on the iPlayer, like I said yesterday, the BBC iPlayer. I thought you could, but you can't. But you can watch it on YouTube, the ITV player. Chris, is this the UK's Gangnam Style? I think it is. And we all know what happened to that guy and how many hits he got across the globe. That's from Edward in the Snow. Chris. 3 words. Eurovision Song Contest. Absolutely. Obviously too late for this year because 20 times in the show. But how could that not win? Yeah, even our most arch enemies have to vote for that song. Right, it's 8:36. What's going to happen this weekend? I don't know. I can't wait. I wish you get the whole country rumbling. I really do. Cameras everywhere. 8:36 now. Today's 70 Smash Up 1 record late. Now you know why. What was the year for America? Adventure on Radio 2.
Chewing on a piece of grass, walking down the road. Tell me how long you gonna stay here, Joe. Some people say this town don't look good in the snow. You don't care, I know. Measure a highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're gonna go, cause the free wind is blowing through your hair. The days surround your day like there. Seasons crying, no despair. Alligator lizards in the There's another falling star waiting for the early train. Sorry, boy, but I wouldn't buy purple rain. Come on, Joe, you can always change your name. The longer the nights are stronger than moonshine. Cause the free wind that's blowing through your hair. The days surround your day like there. Seasons crying, no despair. Alligator lizards in the air. In the
American Enduro Highways live. 1972 for that. So day today for you, Vassos.
Yes.
Tuesday, day Vassos work every week, almost every week, you see. Last week, the triumphant flirtation test.
Yes. Triumph.
Yes! And that was your idea. How's she going to beat that today?
I don't know, but it's her choice this morning.
And what did she say?
She said, meet me at home
See that?
after work.
Oh, after work. Oh, yeah, your work. Yes, the day. Meet me at home in the day. That sounds great already to be honest.
It does. But here's hoping.
Boiler's broken up.
It is, again.
It could be interesting. Christoph, just listen to Ant and Deck here. Lots of this on Twitter from Donna in particular. And you had Ant in the left car speaker and Deck in the right car speaker. That was genius, but it's all down to Nick in charge of the bells whistles this morning. Bit of stereo separation there. And it was fascinating for people involved. I said to Nick, can you put Ant in my left ear and can you put Deck in my right ear just for a bit of fun? And then when they came on, actually it was the other way round. But I was like, I was a little bit confused. Doesn't take much.
Yeah.
But the rest of the country got them the right way around. But of course, all I would have had to do was just turn my headphones around, and it didn't occur to me to do that because that's how stupid I am.
Do you know what? It didn't occur to me to suggest it either.
Well, it takes me a full 3 or 4 minutes to figure that kind of stuff out, which is why we have the records in between, to be honest. All right, today's mystery guest.
Chris, I'm about to reveal today's mystery guest, after which you'll be required to conduct an interesting, stimulating, and if it calls for it, humorous 3-minute interview without any prior knowledge of the subject. Good luck, my friend. Yesterday you were in the doghouse after accidentally bringing your wife's car keys to work. Today's mystery guest spends a lot of time with doghouses. In fact, he makes them. He began his pet palace profession after receiving a request to build a rabbit hutch when he was out of work at the age of 42. Since then, he's gone on to build kennels, catteries and hutches of all shapes and sizes. Please welcome animal architect Graham Barnard.
Good morning, Graham.
Good morning, Chris.
So, what are you fashioning today as we speak?
We're doing aviaries today.
Aviaries?
Aviaries, yeah, we make everything from tortoise tables to aviary, guinea pig hutches, poultry houses, you name it, we make it.
Tortoise table, what's one of those?
It's a long table which little tortoises, baby tortoises grow up in, and then we put them outside into bigger enclosures.
When you constructed something out of wood for the great outdoors, what's the best wood to use, both for construction and for long lasting?
We just use normal white wood, then we dip it, and we've got rabbit hutches what we made 10 years ago still out there, still going strong.
Okay, because there's something about a new rabbit hutch, isn't there? There's something coming and you need to really get it weathered in.
Yeah, we put roofing felt on the top obviously, and we dip it in weatherproofing dip, and that seems to do the trick. Okay,
do you have day classes when people can come along and learn how to construct drones? That might be fun.
No, we're too busy for that.
So, yeah, how come you're aviaries at the moment? Is there a particular time of year when you change your schedule, when there's a run on something, one thing or another?
Normally at this time of the year it's dog houses, which you know all about. Cat kennels, we do a lot of cat kennels.
Yes.
Aviaries are just starting to come into spring now, and obviously with Easter coming we do a lot of rabbit hutches.
Do you really?
Yeah, we do hundreds and thousands of rabbit hutches, all different shapes and sizes, some with runs on, some without, all different apex roofs, flat roofs. Anybody who's got a design, they can come to us and we can sit down with them and make their design.
How about a floating duck house?
We've done them.
Oh, have you really?
Yeah, we've done them for a person in Newcastle. I've got a 4-acre lake, and we can make things for that place.
What's your flotation method?
2 blists of plywood, polystyrene in between, and then we sit usually a duck house on the top or a cat house or something like that, and chain hanging from the bottom straight down the away top.
Alright, and how do you sit as far as chicken houses are concerned?
We do chicken hats, we do chicken coops, we do all them sort of things.
Yeah, okay. And how do you feel about these newfangled egg-loos, or the new way of doing things, the urban way of keeping chickens? You okay with that? Is there room for everyone in this market?
Room for everybody. I like wood myself. I think it's a warmer, nicer material to work with. I don't really like metal and I don't really like plastic, but everybody to their own.
Alright, okay, good. So give us what's the cheapest thing we can buy from you? Not the cheapest thing, because that's it can sound rubbish. The least expensive thing.
Rabbit hutch, probably about £30, and it goes up to £500, £600, £700.
What are we buying for that then?
Dog kennels, chicken coops, them sort of things, depending how big you want them.
Alright, well, great to hear from you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thanks for being on the programme. Start, man. Proper artisan on the programme.
You asked for the latest party.
Cheers, mate. I got a key.